Chapter 14. How the Water Got In. Let me see. Where did I leave off last night? Oh, I remember now. I was telling you about Sammy Littletail's new playmate, Bully the Frog, and how they were about to have a jumping contest when something happened. This is what happened. Bully was crouching down for a spring when he suddenly looked up. This was not hard for him, as his eyes were nearly on top of his head, but Sammy had to get on his hind legs to peer upward properly, and this is what both of the little creatures saw. A big bird with long legs and a very long bill was standing on one leg right over the frog. The bird was looking intently at Bully. "Come on!" cried the frog to the rabbit. "We must get away from here as quickly as we can." "Why?" asked Sammy Littletail. "Because," said Bully, "that bird will eat us. My father warned me never to stay near that bird. Let us go away at once." "What sort of bird is it?" asked Sammy, who now had no wish to jump. "I'm sure it can't be very harmful. The only birds that I have to look out for are owls, eagles, and hawks, and it isn't any of them." "Nope, it's not one of them," spoke the bird, with the long legs snapping its bill as if sharpening it. "I'm a blue heron, that's what I am, though some folks think I'm a stork or a crane." "Well," spoke Sammy, "you're not dangerous, are you?" "Not for you," went on the blue heron, and he snapped his beak again just like two knives being sharpened. "I came for that fellow," and the bird lowered the leg it had hidden under its feathers and pointed at the frog. "I came for you," the heron went on. "You're wanted at once. What's your name?" Sammy Littletail thought the bird might have asked the frog's name first before saying that Bully was wanted, but the bird did not seem to consider this. "What's your name?" the long-legged bird asked again. "Bully," answered the frog in a trembly, croaking voice. "Humph!" exclaimed the heron. "That's a good name. Mine is Billy. Bully and Billy go well together. I'm called Billy because I have such a long bill, you see," the heron explained to Sammy Littletail. "But enough of this. I've come for you, Bully. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat you. That's why you're wanted at once and immediate." I think there's some mistake," faltered Bully. "No mistake at all," snapped the heron. "It's in all the books. Cranes, storks, and herons always eat frogs, mice, and so forth. I never ate any, and so forth, but I imagine it must be very nice. At any rate, I'm going to eat you." And he snapped his bill like three knives being sharpened. "Oh, are you?" asked Bully the frog, and he suddenly gave a great jump, greater even than that which the jumping frog that Mark Twain wrote about gave, and into the pond he plunged and went right to the bottom. Now, what do you think about that? Yes, sir, he went right to the bottom, where the blue heron couldn't get him, and then he called up in a voice which sounded very hoarse because it came from so far underwater, "Ah! Who got left?" "I suppose he means me," spoke the heron to Sammy, and the bird, very much annoyed, fanned itself with its long leg. "I don't believe that's fair," the heron went on. "It's in all the books." And then with a great flapping of wings the tall creature flew away, and Bully the frog came out. "You had a narrow escape," said Sammy. "Oh, I'm used to that," replied the frog. "Now, let's practice jumping." Which they did, only the frog always jumped into the water and Sammy remained on dry land, so they never could tell who was the best at it. Then they played other games and became very good friends. The frog pond was very near the new burrow where Sammy lived, and the two used to meet quite often. One day the frog said, "I think it would be very nice if you would dig away from your burrow to my pond. Then when it rained, I could come to see you without getting wet, and you could come to see me." "That is a fine idea," declared Sammy. "I'll do it." So without saying anything to his mother or sister or Uncle Wiggily Longears, Sammy began to dig underground to reach the pond. It took him some time, but at last he came out just above the top of the water, near where Bully lived. "This is great!" cried the frog as he looked in the hole. "Now when it rains we will not get wet." And what do you think? It rained that very night. It rained so hard that the pond rose higher and higher until the water began to run into the hole Sammy had dug. It awakened the Littletail family in the middle of the night, and when Uncle Wiggily Longears saw the water creeping nearer and nearer to him, and felt the rheumatism worse than ever, he cried out, "A flood! A flood! We must swim out, or we shall all be drowned!" Now, you will have to be patient until tomorrow night to hear what took place. But they were not drowned, I'll tell you that much.